meeting. Prime Minister Pham on February 10 had a meeting with the Vietnamese women's football team, who have just earned a berth in the finals of the FIFA Women's World Cup for the first time. Members of the football team returned home on the same day after making history, showing their dominance against regional rivals Thailand with a 2-0 victory and getting a convincing 2-1 win against Chinese Taipei. FIFA described Vietnam's victory as historic and deserved, and Asian newspapers hailed the achievements of the female footballers who almost missed the tournament due to COVID-19, stating that they surmounted health challenges and brought glory to Vietnam's football. Head coach Mai Đức Chung and his players expressed their joy and thanked the party and state leaders and the people of Vietnam for their due attention to the team. They expressed their wishes to continue receiving more attention, encouragement, and investment to help the team improve their performance. The players promised that they would make greater efforts to gain more achievements in the future. Foreign Minister Bùi Thanh Sơn on February 10 held talks with his Republic of Korea counterpart Chung Eui-yong. The two ministers had in-depth discussions on measures to advance the Vietnam Republic of Korea strategic cooperative partnership to a new high. The Republic of Korea minister stressed the significance of Son's official visit, which he said opens up activities marking the 13th anniversary of the diplomatic relations and offers an opportunity for the two sides to look into orientations to deepen the relationship. Son affirmed that Vietnam attaches great importance and wishes to boost cooperation with the Republic of Korea intensively and extensively. He said the two sides should work to improve the efficiency of collaboration in economy, trade and investment, striving to raise the two-way trade to $100 billion by 2023 and $150 billion by 2030. The same day, Son met with the President of the Republic of Korea Vietnam Friendship Association and the President of the Korean Cultural Development Association and visited the Vietnamese embassy. A photo exhibition on traditional friendship between Vietnam and the Democratic People's Republic of Korea opened on February 10. The event was organized by the Vnews agency and the Embassy of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. On the display were 70 photos selected from the archives of the Vnews agency and the Korean Central News Agency, highlighting activities of high-ranking leaders and bilateral ties of the past 7 decades. Vnews Agency Deputy General Director Nguyễn Tuấn Hùng said that it is the first time the agencies have joined hands to organize an online photo exhibition to popularize the historic moments in the cooperation between the two countries of the past 7 decades, contributing to deepening the traditional bilateral ties. Consultant in charge of the affairs, Ri Ho Chon, expressed his belief that effective coordination in preparation work between the two sides is prerequisite for the success of the photo exhibition and also marks a good start for activities to celebrate the friendship between two nations in the future. The online photo exhibition is being introduced by the Vietnam News Agency from February 10 to 17. Vietnam export-import turnover hit more than $3 billion during Tết holiday, which lasted from January 29th to February 6th, a hike of 83% compared to the same time last year.
According to the General Department of Customs, the number of businesses engaged in import and export activities and the number of customs declarations processed in the review period increased by 2.56 and nearly 2 times against the same period last year, respectively. During the 9-day holiday, Vietnam exported commodities to 80 countries and territories, raking in $1.47 billion. Meanwhile, it spent $1.58 billion on imports. China remained the largest importer of Vietnamese goods with a total value of $400 million, accounting for 27.3% of the total export turnover. It was followed by the US, the Republic of Korea, Hong Kong, China, and Japan. Vietnam imported nearly $548 million worth of goods from the Republic of Korea in the period, marking up 34.7% of the total import value. Meanwhile, from the beginning of this year to February 6, the country's export-import value totaled nearly $62 billion, down 10.5% year-on-year, with a trade surplus of $680 million the department reported.
16 commercial banks cut nearly $936 million of loan interest for COVID-19 hit customers from July the 15th to December 31st, 2021, surpassing their commitment by 5.13%, the State Bank of Vietnam reported on February 9th.
According to the State Bank of Vietnam, the Vietnam Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development made the sharpest reduction with over $242 million for more than 3.5 million customers. It was followed by the Justo Commercial Bank for Foreign Trade to Vietnam with $204 million and the Justo Commercial Bank for Investment and Development of Vietnam with $182 million. The 16 banks, which own 75% of the total outstanding loans of the economy, show strong performance in realizing their commitments to reducing interest rates for pandemic-hit clients. 4 state-run commercial banks continue to commit an aid package of $176 million for reducing loan interest and cutting all banking service fees for customers in localities undertaking social distancing.
Emerging markets like Vietnam can provide potential growth opportunities for investors who do their due diligence, according to an article published by ETF Trends, a leading source in exchange-traded funds news of the U.S.
The article said investing in emerging markets can come with its own nuances, particularly because each country's performance can vary with respect for their economic stability. The COVID-19 pandemic certainly brought a lot of emerging markets opportunities in 2020, but certain countries that were able to respond swiftly muted its economic effects. Vietnam, for example, was able to rebound from the pandemic due to a quick, pointed response by its government, the article noted. Meanwhile, in an article entitled Vietnam's Robust Exports to Underpin Rapid Growth Rebound, Fitch Ratings forecast rode ahead for Vietnam in 2022. Economic effects related to the pandemic don't appear to be as severe thanks to the government's move to increase vaccinations in the country, it said. We expect growth to accelerate to 7.9% in 2022 and 6.5% in 2023 as the recovery becomes established, the article cited Fitch Ratings as saying. Vietnam has also had less economic scaling than many emerging markets and is one of the few countries that did not experience an annual contraction in GDP amid the pandemic shock, he added.
For many years already, the Book Street Festival has become a TED specialty of people in Ho Chi Minh City as spring arrives. Buying and reading books at the beginning of the year is not only a great pleasure, but has also become a cultural activity, showing respect for knowledge and a culture of reading as modern technology takes hold.
This young girl has brought books during TED for many years.
I think this book I'm looking at and want to buy is quite special. Reading it could introduce me to something new in the new year.
The New Year book streets at the junctions of Mạc Thị Bưởi, Nguyễn Huệ, and Ngô Đức Kế streets have become a popular TED destinations for people and tourists in Ho Chi Minh City. The streets have more than 50,000 books on sale in all times, both in Vietnamese and foreign languages, from education, economics, and science to literatures and children's books.
The books on sale are quite diverse and pique my interest in reading.
My family comes here every year on the New Year's Eve. If the book catches my eye, I buy it.
Books are also great gifts for family and friends, bringing them luck and happiness.
I think giving a good book as a gift is a way of spreading knowledge.
Many people visit book streets to buy knowledge and start the new year with luck and happiness.
A Vietnamese film named Miền Ký ức, A Land of Memory by director Bùi Kim Quy will vie for a prize in the foreign category at the 72nd Berlin International Film Festival, which takes place from February 10 to 16 in the in-person format.
A Vietnamese film named Miền Ký ức, Land of Memory by director Bùi Kim Quy will vie for a prize in the forum category at the 72nd Berlin International Film Festival, which takes place from February 10 to 16th in the in-person format. Quy is a writer and director who studied screenwriting at the Hanoi Academy of Theatre and Cinema. She writes scripts for films as well as television. Her film at the festival is an observation of the female director about burial rituals in villages and cities. According to the organizers, due to the COVID-19 epidemic, the festival begins with the opening ceremony on February 10th at the Berliner Palace. Then the films participating in the festival will be presented to the public in different cinemas in Berlin from February 10 to 16. Founded in 1951, the Berlin International Film Festival is one of the three oldest and most prestigious international film festivals in the world, along with France's Cannes Film Festival and Italy's Venice Film Festival.
During the 9-day Tet holiday, Vietnam's tourism sector served around 6.1 million domestic travelers, pocketing more than $1.1 billion in revenue.
According to the Vietnam National Administration of Tourism, around 3.2 million guests stayed overnight at tourist accommodation establishments. The southern province of Tây Ninh saw the largest number of tourists, nearly 600,000 visitors. It was followed by Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu with 420,000 arrivals. The number of visitors during this New Year holiday is much higher than the previous holiday in most types of tours, including tours for business groups and individual guests. This does sign a prosperity right from the beginning of 2022 for the tourism industry after a long time being severely affected by the impacts of the COVID-19 epidemic, opening up a positive recovery prospect this year.
And that has wrapped up our news bulletin. Thank you for tuning in and see you next time.
Kính chào quý vị và các bạn, rất vui được gặp lại quý vị và các bạn trong chương trình Biên giới biển đảo quê hương của truyền hình Thông tấn. Thưa quý vị, Tết đến xuân về là dịp để mọi người, mọi nhà quây quần đoàn tụ bên nhau. Nhưng đối với người lính mang quân hàm xanh nơi biên cương nói chung thì vẫn ngày đêm nắm chắc tay súng, bám trụ từng đường biên, cột mốc để thực hiện nhiệm vụ quản lý, bảo vệ chủ quyền an ninh biên giới quốc gia và phòng chống dịch bệnh COVID-19. Và đây cũng sẽ là nội dung chính của chương trình tuần này. Nhưng trước hết chúng ta cùng đến với một số thông tin đáng chú ý.
Ngày 7 tháng 2, Ủy ban Nhân dân tỉnh Điện Biên đã trao thưởng cho lực lượng có thành tích xuất sắc trong việc phá thành công chuyên án DB1221P.2, bắt giữ 3 đối tượng, thu giữ tới 72 bánh heroin. Đây là chuyên án ma túy rất lớn được triệt phá thành công ngay trong những ngày đầu của năm mới Nhâm Dần.